Hey everybody. So, some of you may have heard about the Golden Circle. Well, what is it? And why is it considered really a core principle of business today? Well, let's review that in Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why. In this book, entitled Start With Why How Great Leaders Inspire Everyone to Take Action, Simon Sinek writes and gears his book towards companies, but is really relevant to any profession, business, and even our personal lives if we decide to take it that way. The book focuses really on a central point, illustrated by what Simon calls the Golden Circle. The Golden Circle is what really defines a business and gives purpose and meaning to it. And if we take that into our own personal lives, it does that as well. As you can see here above, the Golden Circle is a series of three circles. In the middle, we have why. The why is the core belief of the business, or we can even say the individual, and it's why the business exists, or what is the core belief, and why the person does what they do. Next, you have how. This is how the business fulfills that core belief. What do they strive to take on that fulfills that belief that they have, for the individual as well. Next, the what really complements the how and the why they do it. They really look for those things that can complement that core belief and what they use to fulfill that core belief. Whether it's a company, whether it's an individual, we can use it both ways. Simon in his book talks about and gives the example of the company Apple computers, and how they really use this golden circle to their benefit. And he gives a few examples. So most companies will take their marketing efforts and everything that they do throughout this golden circle from the outside coming in. So they talk about what, then they talk about how they do that, and sometimes they skip their why altogether. And Simon gives the example of how companies or how Apple does that a little bit differently, and how we can take that into our own companies and into our own lives. So here's the example he gives. If Apple were to do this just like any other company, this is how they would sound. We make great computers. They're friendly, beautifully designed, and easy to use. Wanna buy one? There he gives the example of how businesses do that from the outside of the golden circle coming in. Now let's look at how Apple really sounds and how we should treat the golden circle. This is how their marketing efforts go. They say, with everything that we do, we aim to challenge the status quo. We aim to think differently. Our products are user friendly, beautifully designed, and easy to use. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? So, can you tell the difference? Can you feel the difference? Apple, starting with their why, they give you a cause that we can rally behind. If we want to challenge the status quo, then we would buy Apple products. Apple says, here's the core belief of our business. We aim to challenge the status quo. How we do that is by creating products that are user friendly, beautifully designed, and easy to use. That's different. That's challenging the status quo. What do? Well, we decided to put that into our computers. By following that circle and starting with why, we give people a motive and a core principle, a core belief that people can rally behind. And then it doesn't matter how expensive our products are and what exactly they are. People will fall in line with us and with our companies and with our objectives because they believe what we believe. People really don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. They buy the belief that you stand behind. And that's a quote from Simon Sinek that I think is really powerful and something to think about and to put into our own daily lives and even into our businesses. We'll always find someone that sells the same product that we have with about the same features, about the same price, and about just about the same things that we have. And if we can differentiate ourselves by finding a purpose and a cause for people to rally behind, that becomes a lot more powerful than just dropping our prices and playing that price match game. It's the same thing with our employees, with our teams, with the people that we choose to surround ourselves with. If we hire, this is another quote from Simon. He says that if we hire people because they can do a job, these people are going to work for the money, for what we're giving them, for that return. However, if we hire people that believe what we believe, then they're going to work for us with blood, sweat, and tears. Same thing with our teams. If we have a team that is rallied behind the same cause, we're going to work harder, more efficient. We're going to be better at what we do. But if we have a team that just has people that can do that have a certain skill, can do a certain job, then really people are just going to do things to get the job done, or really work for the money. Whereas we can be more efficient by starting with why. So by relating the principles that Simon teaches in this book, we can put that into our business, into our teams, and into our daily lives. I think that'll be really beneficial if you try to do that for yourself. I know I have. It's still not perfect at it, and still working at trying to really define what my personal why is, and why my friends should be my friends, and how I fall behind my core principles, and then what do I do to achieve them, is really important for why I decided to study marketing, why I want to be an entrepreneur, and all these things that really complement my own core beliefs. Then I can take that into businesses as well. So there are some points to think about. Really great teachings in this book. It's a really great read. I recommend for all of you to go and get one. Sorry I don't have a personal copy or a hard copy with me today because I commute a lot, and so I have it on audiobook. Whatever you decide to do, it's a really great read. You can learn a lot from Simon Sinek. So if you have any questions about the book, and I'll be going over it and I'll be reading it a little bit more to try and pin down some core principles, leave any questions that you have down below. I'll try and get back to you. Hopefully I could even make another video. And then please like and subscribe, and so you can learn more about some new books, or hopefully some interviews with other entrepreneurs that I'm going to meet with. Thanks a lot.